All right, is it rolling?
It's rolling. Hey,
All right. Welcome back, though, to What's Cooking with FannyB00. I'm your co-host, Fresh and Fly, C2Es, right? Also known as C. To my left, we got the world's famous Chef Fanny, right? FannyB00 wouldn't be nothing without her, right? So,
absolutely.
You looking.
Same goes for you, though.
Absolutely. I appreciate
dual,
that. I appreciate that. You looking good, smelling good, So, this our New Year's episode, right? It's been a long time since we left you, without a couple episodes to step to, but we back, right? This is our New Year's episode. What we really wanted to do was just give you guys a recap of 2023. Right, we had a good year. Things got busy, right? We had a couple episodes last year. Things got busy, so we had to tend to that. But we're looking forward to catching you guys up, and kind of,
we're back and we better though.
Letting you know what to look forward to from 2024 and so on. First off, just wanted to do a little quick cheers, though. Happy New Year and all that. Cheers to FannyB00. Cheers to the fans. And all the supporters, we wouldn't be nothing without you guys, ultimately. And we appreciate it, from everywhere, from online, right, to the word of mouth support, people telling their friend, telling a friend to tell a friend, right? We appreciate that.
To the hashtag searchers, to whomever, however y'all found us,
right.
Like everybody.
We appreciate it, and we look forward to, our new fans as well, right?
Yeah.
Some of the ones, if this is your first time listening or your last time listening, right? We appreciate you either way.
Yeah.
Right. So, just don't forget to subscribe, right? Don't forget to like,
share, comment.
Let us know if there's any content you guys are dying to hear about. Let us know in the comments, right? We're always open to feedback, and we're looking forward to hearing from you guys.
Yeah.
So we can improve, right? That's how we, kind of were able to kind of get to where we are now. So, ultimately, we don't have to spend too much time on the intro, right? I think people kind of know, who I am, who you are, right? I'm C2Es, right? I'm a sous chef, right? Part of FannyB00. In terms of, kind of driving, some of the business initiatives, right, in terms of what I do. I am hands-on in the kitchen, but I do a lot of the photography, some of the marketing, some of the digital and visual aspects of things, right, and then, just some of the strategy, and then in terms of what you do, kind of give us a higher level overview of what you do.
I'm pretty much more, the hands-on, the people-facing aspect, so you'll see me, at everything. You'll see my face probably a lot more frequently. I do majority of the cooking, the planning, when we come with ideas, just figuring out how we're going to execute those. And pretty much, it's all encompassing. There's so much that goes into running a business. And I think we've covered that in previous episodes. But, it's just
it's like, what don't you do, right? It's a better question.
Like,
right?
He's the yin, I'm the yang. So
right. So, there's just higher level overviews, and as we kind of explain more, right, you'll get to kind of hear, like,
get to know
differences in the roles, right? But that's just a higher level overview, just to scratch the surface, really, So, just to kind of jump us off, right? Chef Fanny, why don't you give us a quick recap of 2023, how the year went, from kind of since the last time we spoke. I'll be more than happy to fill in any holes if there are any, but just kind of give us a higher level overview of what it looked like last year for the FannyB00, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. Well, as you may or may not know, we did relocate to the greater DFW area from Los Angeles. So 2023 was our first full calendar year in Texas. So that's, a major milestone for us. It also is the year that we pretty much got that boom that we had in LA. So it's like kind of getting here. It's like, okay, like your stuff looks good, it sounds good, you know, people scared to try, but this year, you know, we had a lot more people, you know, just pulling the trigger and giving us a shot,
right,
and finding out what we're all about. So that kind of is an overview of how the year went. You know, meal prep, we had our customers from the prior year, right? So, and then we had a lot of new people. So the year started off heavy prep. As soon as that starts to die down a little bit towards the middle of the year, and then wedding season hit, which was exciting. That was a new thing for us this year, and then we had the summer parties, the graduation parties, all of that. Then, you know, once summer's over, it's what's next, the holidays. So, you know, like we definitely had like a really great holiday, and we actually were able to, you know, take a break this year. So that was exciting. You know, though we did have a lot of people like, hey, we miss you, we need you. But, you know, that was just liberating as a business owner to be able to take a step back for a minute.
Right. You know, most definitely. It was just great to, you know, one, just kind of grow and expand our network and our market, you know, just out here in the DFW, the greater DFW area, right? Because it was kind of slow, you know, that 2022 year, right? Things kind of just took a little bit slower to kind of get going, but
it was more like a year to figure it out.
Figure
it out, like from LA to Texas, like I would, you know, so much is the same, but so much is different, right?
So, you know, just trying to figure out those markets, right? Figuring out the demos, seeing who likes what and when and where, right? Was kind of what the year of 2022 was, and then 2023 was more of the execution, right? We were, you know, we spent a lot of time on the freeway, right? In terms of, you know, really expanding our market and really trying to reach out to different areas and learning the geography of how the region is built, right? So that was a great learning lesson from the year. I would say, you know, just, you know, a couple new processes that were, I think, added, right? Speak on the processes that you added.
So one of the major process changes which affected the client, you guys, the most was our meal prep and our catering order forms that we implemented this year. So something we've always wanted to do and kind of just never really had the time quite to do it. So this year we were finally able to get out to you an easier way. You know, hey, click the link. Here's all the questions. Fill it out. It's quicker for you guys. You're able to be as thorough as possible, and it's quicker for us to be able to assess your needs and better execute. So that was exciting. Also with the meal prep, we began a weekly menu. So typically I would just freestyle everything, and you know, that works for a lot of people. For some people it don't. A lot of people want to know, what am I getting? You know, what's it going to be? The anticipation gives some people anxiety, and I'm like that sometimes too. A little bit of control, right? So now we release a weekly menu, and you're able to pick whatever your meals are, and then we go ahead and do that. And everything includes macros, whether you require them or not. And we also have the juices. We started the juicing this year too. So there's that, and I can't. I'm trying to think, but I think that's pretty much like the major process changes.
I think that pretty much captivates the major changes in the process, right? We cover the form, right? For in terms of intake, right?
The
weekly menu, right? And so outside of that, right, that was pretty much it, right? And those couple tweaks were definitely productive, I would say. So let me ask you then, just kind of switching gears from that, in terms of like the year, right, from 2023, right, were there any surprises, right? Was there anything that kind of surprised you in terms of how anything went? Maybe the market, what you learned about the demographic, right? What you learned, was there any surprises per se?
I wouldn't say. It's kind of tough because I think one of our strengths is our anticipation. Right. And so, you know, as a former analyst, right, and as someone who's extremely intelligent, you know,
respect. So kind.
It's just, it's really easy to just kind of see how things are going or see what's coming in, and just to spot the trends immediately, and just kind of know like, okay, it's this, or this is coming. And it's like, you know, you'll tell me like, oh, get ready, this is going to come up soon. And then boom, a week later, it's like, hey. And so that, I think we didn't really have too many surprises because of that.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I wouldn't say there were too many surprises, right? I think for the most part, I think it grew organically, like it generally has in the past, right? We saw some reputable trends, right, in terms of you know, wedding season, right? In terms of things picking up after, you know, the new year, in terms of meal prep, right? People want to get in shape, so that's cool. That's cool. I love that, right? In terms of just being able to kind of anticipate what to come, and what's to come, and then meet it head on, right? I think that's one of our strong suits. So
definitely
cool. Just moving right along. In terms of just kind of looking back at the year, right? Really strong year, right? What were some of the highlights that you would pull from the year?
So definitely like that boom, right? So in LA, we had that moment where it was like we started off doing desserts, and then all of a sudden the catering and the meal prep went full force, and it was like that boom, and it was like now we went from like just FannyB00 to like now it's a household name, and this year was the year of that for us here in Texas. Right. Yeah, and having experienced it before, we were able to recognize it, right? So it's like, man, like I'm in it, and it's like for me that's exciting, and it's like all the challenges. It's like it's for me it's just an opportunity to be more creative and all that. So I love it. It's been an extremely inspiring year for me.
100%.
As just doing majority of the cooking, the planning, and all that, it's been extremely inspiring. Another thing was I've done more connecting and networking this year than I have before. So doing a lot of women's events, a lot of Black-owned business events, stuff like that, being able to connect with other business owners.
Nice. You want to shout anybody out per se, or anybody
so,
on top of mind, or
the Brownstone Experience. Felicia Turner, she's amazing.
Shout out to her.
Ladies, she ships out worldwide. Your outfits, clothing, awesome. Who else? The Black Girls of Texas gang, like all of them, they're amazing.
Nice.
Just every single person. Elizabeth, Mo, everybody, they're great. I say probably we'll keep it short. We'll keep it short. I don't want to shout out everybody, but yeah, no, definitely. I'll go back and look through, but. You know, also the spot in Dallas, in downtown Dallas, that was the owner, Mariah. She was amazing.
That's right.
Incredible venue.
That's right.
Beautiful soul.
That's
I mean, I could go on and on. Amanda at the Hills of Luella in North Texas, the Texoma area, amazing. Amanda and Stacy, they have an awesome venue.
Beautiful people out there, right? If you ever need a venue, right, to get married, we definitely recommend that that venue.
Absolutely. And then so then moving on from that, we also a lot more firsts, right? So so this year we did a naval event.
That's right.
A naval retirement, which was super exciting. A pretty high head count, complete full service, which was. You know, it was different, and it was exciting for us to be able to execute that. We also had our first full...
Well, before we move on from that, though, shout out to our service folks, right? We always appreciate your service, right? And we definitely appreciate that, though. So shout out to all our service folks, right? We definitely have a kind heart, a soft spot in our hearts for those that served, right? So if that's you, you know, reach out to us, though. We'd definitely be more than happy to provide our services to you, though.
Yes, definitely. So right before that, we actually had our first on-site full cooking from beginning to end. So we did a retirement party where I cooked the entire meal for everybody. It was 60 head count, and we had a full menu of 4 different entrees with 8 different sides and dessert, appetizers, everything. It was awesome. It was such a great experience to really be able to share my cooking space with the guests as I'm doing it. It was more of an entertainment aspect. And so I know you're a little more familiar with the entertainment, but for me, it was exciting.
Yeah, most definitely, right? And, it was great to kind of branch out and see some different stuff, right? Because we were able to kind of open or expand our horizon in terms of how we had to show up and present our product, right?
Absolutely,
in real time, right? So a lot of things, when you're going through first, right, it really pushes you to grow, right? It really pushes you and stretches that comfort zone, right? And it really forces you to be comfortable being uncomfortable, right? And that's really what a lot of our journey has encompassed, right? In terms of what we've gone through, growing year over year, right? And just learning new things, right? So, the different clients, right, that come with different experiences allow us to really get in our bag, so to speak, right? And that's exciting, though. We love that, right? And that's that's what really keeps us sticking, right? A lot of the times, though. So good. In terms of we have some other endeavors, right? As I said at the beginning, right, I'm C2Es. You can see me. You can find me on all platforms at C2Es, right? Specifically, digital music platforms, right? Really laying down some heavy lyrical masterpieces, right? Over some nice beats, right? So, Chef Fanny decided to jump in the booth with me, right? So we were able to put together a few tracks, right? We were able to drop a joint project, right, called Fancy, right? She's Fanny, I'm C, get it, Fancy. So it's a three song project, right? Go check it out. It's on all platforms. Maybe later in the pod, right? We'll play some samples for you, but as of right now, we just wanted to plug that real quick, right? As something creative. One of the kind of highlights of the year, right? We've kind of always dibbled and dabbled. We've done a few things together, but as far as coming together, right, and working on a project, it was something different, right? So it helps our chemistry in the kitchen, right? It helps our chemistry as we grow as business partners, right? So just being able to do different things and sharing each other's space just really helps us grow as partners, though, overall. We don't want to get too relationship-y, right? But that's one of the things that that kind of is pretty much the elephant in the room, right? We're in business together. We're married, husband and wife, right?
We're raising kids together. We're working a lot.
And a lot of times you hear, right, it works, it doesn't work, right? And ultimately, it just depends on who you ask, right? So if you're somebody who's, you can make things work, you can figure out, you're flexible, right? You can work together, right? You're able to communicate, right? That's the main key, right? So that's great. It's all great stuff, right? So in terms of some of the things we kind of just discussed, right? That was more like the highlights, right? Were there any things that could have gone better, right, in terms of what you thought, or what?
There were a couple times in the year where I felt like maybe my execution, I didn't quite trust my first initial instinct, and usually I do. Usually I just go with it, but like I said, it was the year of a boom. But as much as it was familiar, it was still new. It was different because different space, different area. So there were some things where I was like, okay, I want to do it this, and I'm so focused on this one thing that I kind of lost sight of other aspects of some of the things. So I think that would probably just be like the only thing. I think just moving forward, just doing more of trusting my gut, like I always have. I think it's been, it's worked for me in the past, and just because it's worked for me in the past doesn't mean it can't work continuously.
Got you. That's good. What do you think that stems from?
It working, or just having doubted it?
Just having doubted it, though, in terms of like, because it's not your first time, right? So why would there be an instant where you doubt yourself in real time? Where would that come from?
Well, believe it or not, being 6 years. It's our 6th year into it. I still get nervous, you know, before every single event. I have like a, you know, I get this, like, you know, I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm, you know, it's big, it's little, it's something new, it's something, you know, I've done so much. Is it going to be consistent enough? You know, there's always something that kind of just inside, you know, whatever. But I think, like you said before, we've been in a space of getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, right?
Right.
And I think that's something that's definitely not easy for any human being to be able to embrace. And I think, you know, I have my moments.
Yeah, I mean, it happens to the best, right?
Yeah,
so it's kind of part of the game. You know, you kind of...
You live and you learn.
Right. Everybody kind of go, you know, they got the whole stuff where, you know, imposter syndrome, right? You got to go through these things as an entrepreneur, right? You know, you got to kind of really figure out, you know, how to maneuver the ebbs and flows of, you know, running a business, right? Because obviously you want to keep your highs low and your lows high, right? So you can try to stay even keel. That's the ultimate takeaway there. Yeah. Most definitely. So, in terms of kind of like some of the things you saw, right, in terms of the market, right, we saw a few different things, right, over the years, right, in terms of like trends. Things that like saw a spike maybe, or things that kind of fell off though. Were there any things that you noticed this year that that were kind of trendy? What were some trends that you may have noticed this year?
So for one, this was the first year that our meal prep clients stayed consistent throughout the entire year. Okay. So meal prep typically starts off strong. It may fall off a little, but the clients kind of just rotate usually. And this year we had a lot of the same clients all the way through, and it was for as much as like it's cool because you get to know your clients as I'm cooking for you guys, you know. I'm knowing what you like, what you don't like, you know, your favorites, your preferences, all of that. And so it's almost like like these are my people, my family, right? Almost that you cook with love, or I cook with love every time, right? For as much as it's business, my heart is in everything that I do. So so it was almost like, you know, like I'm proud of you guys. So I'm proud of you guys for sticking to it, you know, even through the holiday season. My same regular clients just, hey, you know, it's a little less meals because holiday. Can you prep us something for the holiday? Can you do that? Was something new too that I got to do. I got to do some holiday favorites preps. So I got to do like some ham and some turkey and comfort food preps, which was actually pretty fun. I haven't done anything like that before.
Right.
Yeah, and then
that is cool though. You know what I mean? Just because people generally kind of go with the healthy, right? They're usually trying to cut. Yeah. Right. So a lot of people aren't really ordering meal prep that's outside of the box, right? Like, go ahead and throw me some some yams, right?
Some yams, some greens,
tomatoes, potatoes, you name it. Yeah, that's what's up though. You know, shout out to the clients that always, you know, just be creative, think outside the box. Yeah. Remove the box altogether, right? Because again, right, all you can do is just help us dig deeper in our bag, right? Yeah. You know, the deeper we get in our bag is big between the both of us, right?
Definitely.
So in terms of anything you could think of, right? You order it though. You know, we'll deliver.
You don't know if you don't ask,
Facts. Actually, that's the actual factuals right there. If I'm gonna say so myself.
And like I said before, you know, whenever there's something new and it's a challenge, it doesn't scare me. It inspires me because it gives me an opportunity to be creative, right? The execution. But that being said, we've mentioned it a couple times, but wedding season was something that was new this year, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's more like just a Texas thing, or just, you know, people are completely done with all the like post-pandemic trauma and ready to just like resume life, you know, as it goes. Because, you know, like 2020, there weren't any weddings, right?
Right. I mean,
there were, but
people were kind of just shooting down to the courthouse, right? Doing whatever they had to do because people couldn't have large gatherings, right?
Large gatherings.
So that's understandable, right? So speak on it. Then.
Yeah. So there was that, and then 2021 was still kind of a little bit of that. People were scared to do stuff, so didn't really get a chance to really boom. And then 2022 is like, okay, let's start to have our things. I think it kind of came a little later in the year, but people kept it small. In 2023, people were just like, you know what? I'm having my wedding and everybody's invited. Like, we had weddings, 100, 200, 250 head counts. Like, exciting. Like, that's exciting. Like, and for as much as, like, if you can't tell, I love this man. I love seeing love, though. So,
hey, man, love always wins, right? So at the end of the day, you know, we always love, right? One of my monikers is peace, love, and positivity, right? Yeah. So we'll love at the forefront. So, you know, it's one of the things, you know, one of the reasons that we kind of got into this, right? If we really love helping other people, right? So, you know, it's always you can help people in various ways, right? There's 1,000 ways to help a person, right? But in terms of you know, kind of bringing your skill set or your strengths to the forefront to help someone, I think that's really what makes it magical, right? Being able to satisfy somebody's taste buds, though, in the time of joy, in the time of celebration, in the time of my lifelong milestones, right? I think that's really is the full circle moment, though. You know, you want to speak on that?
I mean, you pretty much took the words out of my mouth. You know, but it's that. You know, it's just happiness, the love. It's great. It's great. You know, and then even like, you know, when people are in like their down moments, right? And you know, we had some clients that, you know, fell upon some illnesses and we're able to help bring them back. And it's like, and then come back around, you know, come back around towards the end of the year and like, you know, cater some of their family events. Like now they're celebrating, like they're in good enough health to be able to celebrate and to enjoy. And it's like, it's just beautiful to see. Like, it's just anybody thriving and just living and getting the most out of life and really just happy, just genuinely glowing from being so happy. Like, it's beautiful. Like, it's beautiful.
It definitely is, you know, and not to get too sappy, right? You know, but that's what it is, right? That's the philanthropic aspect of it, right? That's the ability to, you know, give back while also paying it forward, right? Because at the end of the day, everything kind of has like a give-take aspect to it, right? So to kind of make it less transactional, right? It's just kind of being there for those special moments, right? And then coming back again, right? After delivering the first time. And those are the moments that we really cherish, right? So, good. I mean, we wrapped up 2023, right? I know it's kind of brief, but we're not here to be long. We're not here for we're here for a good time, not a long time, right? So shout out to the boy Drake on that, right? But in terms of, you know, some things to look out for this year, right? It's 2024, right? We're a few days into it, right? This is our New Year pod, right? Cheers to that again, right? You see we got the green on, we got the matching green. Did you copy my outfit or what?
You know what? You always say that, but I know that you spy on me when I get ready, so it's all good.
I put it on first.
I got dressed
first. You know
first.
What it is, though. You know, she be trying to watch my drip. No, you feel me? But hey, but I don't blame her, though. You know, if I'm being 100% honest, though. But let's give the people you know what to look out for in 2024 though. What are we coming with?
So you can look out for at least one cookbook. Actually, at least two. For sure, at least two. So you definitely get a healthy meal prep cookbook, and we'll definitely have an indulgent soul food cookbook coming your way.
Absolutely.
With all original recipes, a lot of the things that have been ordered on our catering.
Some of our most prized items, right? You know, our famous chef here, right? She's been holding on to some of these recipes as close to her heart as she could, right? And now she's deemed it time, right? To share them with you, though, with you all, though, right? There's no sense in sharing the wealth, right? So you guys will be able to make some of these dishes that you guys have tasted or you've seen, right? In the comfort of your own home. You'll be able to share them with your folks over the holidays, right? Take them to your work potluck, right? And really be able to razzle and dazzle. And this is just another way we want to give back, right? Because ultimately we can't be everywhere all day, every day, right? But you know, to our folks, you know, in LA,
and that's
right?
what I was
To our
gonna
folks
say.
down in Atlanta, right? To our folks in New York, right? To our folks all over the country, even to some of our international folks, right? We want to be able to be in every kitchen without being in every kitchen, if you know what I mean.
Hell yeah, I know what you mean. Y'all gotta pull up the music though. It's great.
It's
great.
fire though. 3 slaps, you know. Go ahead.
But yeah, so in addition to the cookbooks, you can look for some new seasoning flavors. So we did come with a heat and sweet flavor pack the last few years, right? So we had the lemon heat,
right?
The honey heat, and the citrus sweet. So this year you can look forward to some more cultural endeavors. I'm going to do an around the world pack.
Okay.
So we're going to dip into like some Jamaican curry.
Oh,
some Filipino adobo. So
right on.
Some of these dishes that usually take hours to develop the flavor, if you can just get it in a nice dry seasoning, definitely cut some hours. Like completely super like infuses the flavor into your food, and I think everybody really enjoy it. And these are flavors that you can't necessarily find at your everyday store, so that's actually, you know, I'm excited to be able to offer that. And then on top of that, we're gonna absolutely have more content, so so looking forward to doing more episodes, looking forward to sharing more recipes with you guys. If anybody's on Lemonade, I started go on there.
Shout out Lemonade, though. Lemonade, hit us if y'all, you know, we can work together, baby.
So FannyB00 Eats on there, and you can find some weekly meal prep recipes step by step with pictures, quantities, and calorie counts on there.
Absolutely. So, where can they find, you know, where can they find us on IG,
so everything else. So Instagram is FannyB00, the O's are zeros. YouTube is FannyB00 Eats. Facebook is FannyB00 Eats and Sweets. What else do we have? Apple Music is C2E's and FannyB00. FannyB00 is always going to have, the O's are always going to be zeros. So wherever you look us up, we'll pop up. Threads, FannyB00. We on Threads now, but
for real.
But yeah, so pretty much it's either FannyB00 or FannyB00 Eats on everything though.
Right on. You know, you can find me on all platties, right? C2E's, right? You can also check me out on Instagram at Please Say the 2E's, right? You can check out the YouTube C2E's, right? You'll see a lot of the C2E's and FannyB00 collaboration, right? Whether the food, the pictures, the pies, or whatever it is, though. You know, so we got one last part of the show, right? It's what I like to call, it's again, you know, would you rather, right? Some people are familiar, some people may not be, right? So generally you would pick 2 things, right? And then you would just ask, like, you know, would you rather this or that? You know, and then you just pick one, and then you just say why, right? So in terms of, you know, this one, right? This one, you know, I'm just going to keep it simple, right? This is our first pod of the year. So I want to know, you know, just after kind of having the first full year in Texas, right? 2023, would you rather 2023 Texas or 2021 Los Angeles? And why?
Oh, that's tough.
And just to give backstory, 2021 in Los Angeles, boom, though. That's why, you know, that
was like the tidal wave. That was like, it's that's tough. I want to say Texas because it's new and it's more present, but 2021 LA holds a special space in my heart because that's where I'm gonna go with LA. I'm gonna go with 2021 LA. Reason being, that was the year of self-discovery for me as a business owner, as a chef, as a creator, and as an artist, as a wife, as a mother. It was such a huge year for me to really explore all of the aspects of all the components of who I am as a woman. And you know, it's just our partnership really was solidified that year. It was the year that I showed myself what I was capable of. And yeah, and it's just, you know, I've said this before, like, you've believed in me when I didn't believe in myself, and that was the year that I finally learned to believe in myself. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna leave it on that note, though.
Right on. I got another one for you, though.
All right.
I got another one for you. Would you rather be a blade of grass on the ground or a leaf in the tree?
I'm gonna say leaf in the tree. Because you can go anywhere. You can go anywhere, and the wind just takes you, and you're just going. You're just exposed to so much more. You see much more. Like you getting around, right? Like, I mean, for as much as it's important to be grounded, I think a leaf was once grounded when it was a part of the tree that it fell from. So once you establish that grounding, then it's time to leave the nest, though, right? You just go and be free. Go be free and see the world, though.
Ooh, okay. So, I like that.
Is it working? Is it working, this thing?
Oh, yeah. We back live, right? We ain't miss a step, right? So we back with the Would You Rather, right? We wanted to finish up the game. So, would you rather fried chicken or baked chicken?
I'm gonna go with baked.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with baked. For as much as our fried chicken is fire, though, and we got the new process on that, actually, but with baked chicken, you can just go so many different directions. You can go smothered, you can go crispy, you can go, you know, just fall off the bone. You can do the wings. You could do anything. You can do anything pretty much. It's a lot more versatile.
Got you. I like that. The versatility is key. Would you rather be a bird or a fish?
I'm gonna say bird.
Ooh.
I ain't a pigeon, but I'm gonna go ahead and say bird. Did we just age ourselves?
Nah, chill. Hey, chill. Take it back on
but no, I would say bird definitely because there are less restrictions, right? If you're a fish, you can only travel to where the water is, and if the water's blocked off by some kind of land, whatever, you're stuck, right? Whereas a bird can go anywhere. Birds can even go in the water. So there's no limits. Shout out no limits now. But there's really no limit to where you can and can't go. Plus, I feel like birds have a much more versatile menu for themselves too. And just as a foodie, as a natural foodie, I just gotta pick bird.
Okay. And then lastly, right, this is the last question of Would You Rather this week, right? So as a chef, right, would you rather prepare meal prep or catering?
Oh, yes.
Got her.
This has been the question of the century every time, though. I almost can't pick.
Yeah, take your time.
And we don't got too much time.
Keep it short.
man. I'm gonna go with meal prep. There are so many reasons why I want to pick catering, but I'm gonna go with meal prep because when I'm doing meal prep, there are so many challenges, and it's so much more individualized, and so many more either restrictions or limitations due to diet types, goals, allergies. So again, challenges always present themselves as opportunities to get creative.
That's right.
For as much as I love to do the catering because I get to just be a little more liberal with what I'm executing, it's just set in stone. Whereas the catering with the meal prep, it's not so much set in stone. It's more it's definitely more flexible. And then even now, as we're doing more recipe-based meal preps, it gives me the opportunity to create new recipes. And so that's really fun. And it's something that I can share with you guys no matter where you're at.
Right.
So,
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So, appreciate you guys for tuning in, right?
Yes.
Again, we're nothing without you guys, right? Again, this is the boy S2E1
and your girl Fanny
for What's Cooking with Fanny Boo. And We appreciate you guys, man. Make sure you say your prayers, brush your teeth at night, right? Don't do nothing we wouldn't do. And we'll see you guys next time.